Hey, what is going on, guys? It's the SS Ultimate Goku back with another video, and a very interesting thing to talk about here. Some news. Um, so the Prince of Tennis anime um has been licensed by Funimation. I didn't know about it. Apparently, this has been going on for a while. This is that have been announced, but now they officially are announcing the dub. Now, as we all know, Funimation is being merged into Crunchyroll, so now it's going to be on Crunchyroll's platform. So it's probably not going to be on Funimation, because I think they're all getting rid of that stuff anyways. Okay. Um. So, it seems like this title. We're gonna get to all the whole legalities and whatnot about this, but um, it's quite interesting because I was shocked to hear about this when I had heard about the acquisition and the new dub of Prince of Tennis, because this show had not aired on television or any form really since 2007. This was on Toonami for a little bit. It was mainly on Toonami Jetstream, which would have been successful had Toonami Jetstream had come out 2 or 3 years later. I think Toonami Jetstream would be alive today and would be probably like a huge streaming service right now. But unfortunately, Jetstream came out too early. It came out during a time when streaming just wasn't the big deal yet, as it would eventually become within the next 3 years, or started to become within the next 3 years. Um, but nonetheless, shit happens. But point being is, I remember the show, and I thought it was a pretty good, decent anime, to be completely honest with you. I don't remember that much about it. I know it was about tennis. It was like a competition. Rigelko, um, he was the main character. Obviously, he's the guy in the hat. And like I said, I don't really remember that much about it. I just know I think it was like the plot was he was just this tennis guy and he was just winning all these competitions and stuff like that, and proving that he was the best in there. It's a sports anime. I mean, it was the first one. Like it's a sports anime. Um, there isn't really much stock to it. I don't know what to say. Um, I'd never seen, like, I mean, now you see, now they come out with all these sports animes now all the time. A lot of them are dumb, um, but I thought this one was kind of interesting. Um, so it's being licensed. I like I said, I didn't even know the show had all these episodes and whatnot. OVAs. They even got like a second series now, like Prince of Tennis 2, which is only a 13 episode series compared to the first one. But I was quite surprised because they licensed all this stuff. They licensed everything Prince of Tennis, with the exception of the first 50 episodes that were dubbed by Viz Media. Because Viz Media still has the rights to the first 50 episodes, and so the classic dub will still exist because it's currently still streaming to this day on Hulu, Amazon, and I forget what the other one was that it's currently on, but it is still available. The classic dub is still there for people that are interested in it. Well, a lot of people are going to have to watch it anyways if you want to watch the whole story, because Funimation and Crunchyroll pretty much can't touch the first 50 episodes. they can only touch all the other stuff afterwards. But it is a complete redub. Everything that they do 51 onwards with the with the Prince of Tennis is basically a completely new dub, completely new cast, completely new voice actors. Everybody. I don't know if they try to somewhat kind of mimic or somewhat kind of do similar voices to the way the old voice actors were, so it kind of gets consistency. I don't know if they're doing that. It should, but I doubt it. Um, but because to my understanding, Viz Media is not giving up the license. It'll be interesting to see what Viz Media does with it, though, because if this show gets pretty popular on like Funimation or Crunchyroll, you know, they might want to release some DVDs and Blu-rays. You know, re-release or come out with more Blu. I don't think they came out with a Blu-ray of the first season of it, or the first 50 episodes of the series. I don't know what the licensing agreement was, but they have licensed the first. I don't know, like, because like I don't know if they just stopped doing them. Like I don't know if the episodes were out already and there was some type of agreement, or what the agreement was with Viz Media. But basically, you know, if you want to watch the whole series, you're gonna have to basically watch two different dubs. Basically, but this does bring up a different. This does bring up an interesting topic, really, about, you know, the Prince of Tennis being rescued, you know, and getting its dub fully finished, even though it's gonna look really weird since it's not the same voice cast. And I know the old cast, some may have passed away, some may not work in the industry anymore, and some may either A, being you know, union only and don't work on anime anymore because it's non-union. There are a lot of things, but there were also voice actors that they could have brought back in to reprise their roles, like Johnny Young Bosch, who did voice a character in The Prince of Tennis. You know, and who has worked with Funimation. So there are a couple of people they could have brought in for this redub, so it can kind of match up with the old dub somewhat. So there's some similarity to it, because obviously most people that are going to watch this are going to have to watch the first 50 episodes first before they get to Funimation's version. So that's a big issue, if you ask me. But it does open up of my thinking of what's going to happen with other titles like Prince of Tennis, because I was thinking to myself, if the Prince of Tennis is getting rescued, and getting all its episodes dubbed, well, then why isn't Zatch Bell getting one? Because Zatch Bell is a far more popular anime than the Prince of Tennis, and yet season 3 was never dubbed. You know, the season 3 Zatch Bell was never dubbed. So does this mean that Zatch Bell is going to be rescued? Because that was the one thing that stood out about this, because I'm thinking to myself, okay, the show does, I'm sure, has a following. You know, I'm sure some people that remember from Jetstream probably are happy about this. Or people that just like sports animes, I don't know. But my thinking about this is, okay, if this show is getting rescued after all these years, why isn't Zatch Bell even being considered? You know, why isn't Zatch Bell like not being considered to being relicensed? Because Zatch Bell is far more popular than frickin' was far more popular than the Prince of Tennis when it had come out. You know, it had video game releases of it, you know, that were dubbed. And yeah, I mean, to me, I think this is a no-brainer. If you're gonna license, if you're gonna rescue, if you're gonna rescue freaking the Prince of Tennis, Why are you guys not rescuing Zatch Bell? The only issue with that is they're gonna have to change the voice actors for it, which would really suck. Um, I don't even know if they'd be able to do it because Zatch Bell, like they localized a lot. Viz Media localized a lot for Zatch Bell. A lot of people don't know that it was localized a lot. It wasn't localized like One Piece. Obviously, it was for 4 kids, but it was localized. They did censor stuff in there. Um, and a theme song was replaced. Like I like the theme song though. They changed his name because he was not Zatch Bell in Japan, right? He was Gash Bell or whatever. Um, where they gonna not keep? Are they not gonna keep the Zatch Bell name? Are they gonna change his name and not call him Zatch Bell anymore? Because I think the first couple of seasons are still licensed. They're not licensed by Viz anymore. Like someone else picked up the license for it recently for those first 2 seasons because they recently released them on DVD. But I mean that brings up a really interesting point. You know, if they're bringing back Prince of Tennis, are they not gonna bring back Zatch Bell? Um, you know what I mean? Like this will be very interesting to see where this goes. Because again, you know, like I said, I don't think the Prince of Tennis is like a groundbreaking anime. You know what I mean? It's not like one of those like, oh my god, we made a huge misstep with this, and we need to get this title and bring it back to the limelight. Like a Sailor Moon. Sailor Moon hadn't been licensed for 15 years, but everybody loved Sailor Moon. I shouldn't say everybody, but it had a huge following. That's what I'm saying. It had a huge following, and it was not licensed for 15 years, primarily because the author wouldn't allow it. But still, it had a huge following even through those 15 years of it not being available. And then it finally came back in the limelight, and it was redubbed, obviously, but still, you get the point. I don't think Prince of Tennis has that type of following. Um, where they would be like, oh my god, we have to go back and license all these because they're licensing everything outside of those 50 episodes. They're licensing everything and redubbing it with a new cast. 51 to the end of the first season or end of the series of the first one, then the second one, then the OVAs, which is surprising because those are usually manga release only things for Japan. They're even doing those. So, yeah, I mean, I'm pretty surprised by this. Um, Surprised by this announcement. I'll see what happens. It'll be really interesting to see what happens. I don't have a Crunchyroll subscription. I don't know if I'm ever gonna get one. Because one, I just don't really need it. Two, Crunchyroll and Funimation really still haven't explained anything about how things are going. Like, I'm not gonna stop, using my Funimation subscription when all the stuff I watch is literally on there. I don't watch any new stuff on Funimation. I watch the stuff that I already into. I typically don't watch new stuff on there. I don't go by the simuldub schedules. I find that out usually on Discord. If like I have to watch something on there like weekly, like My Hero Academia or something like that, or Black Clover, which that's not going to be out for a while again. Whenever that comes back, but I don't really need Crunchyroll. And they really haven't, they're not merging the Funimation app to Crunchyroll, and all my movie exclusives are still on Funimation's app, my digital copies, and they still haven't explained what's going to happen to that stuff. Um, you know, so I mean, for me, it's like I don't need Crunchyroll. Um, you know, until Funimation and Crunchyroll actually like explains this to me. there's no reason for me to go to Crunchyroll and shell out another $7 or whatever, how much it costs to get there, a month. So yeah, I don't really plan on watching this anytime. Well, I mean, 50 episodes. You gotta watch the first 50 episodes, right? You gotta watch the first 50 episodes. I'd definitely have to rewatch it again because I don't even remember half of it. I don't remember half of it because I wasn't that much invested into it. It was a sports show. It was a sports show. I don't remember half of it. I just remember it was about tennis, and he would do some. The main character would used to do like some, freaking, impossible like hit that would allow him to win or some shit. I know there was something like that. That's really all I remember about it. Really, to be honest with you, it was a long time ago, and like I said, it was that much of a groundbreaking show for me to remember as much. But from what I remember, I thought it was a good show, but it had potential. But again, I like I said, I didn't realize they stopped doing it. I just thought the show ended. I thought the show just stopped and just ended. That's what I thought. I don't know. Yeah, that's really all I gotta say about it. What do you guys think about this? What do you think about the announcement? What do you think Viz Media is gonna do? You think they're gonna bring out a Blu-ray set of the first 50 episodes and try to profit off of what Funimation's doing with their episodes, or what do you guys think's going on with this? I'd like to know what you guys think. Comment, rate, if you like this very much. Please subscribe, and that's about it, guys. I'm the Ultimate Goku. I'm out of here. Peace.